Hey, we are Bye Bye Plastic on 10 Days in Dance. We love to rave, but we also love the planet. We're helping artists, festivals, and clubs ditch single-use plastics for good. From eco-riders to plastic-free backstages. This is the new normal, and you can be a part of it. Sign the pledge, spread the word, and drop that plastic. Join the movement at byebyeplastic.life.
Hey everyone, it's time for another edition of 10 Days in Dance. My name is AdamK, of course, joined by my fellow esteemed EDMer.
I've never been called an EDMer before.
Or an esteemed one at that.
Ooh.
Introduce yourself.
I've been called esteemed and seasoned and experienced. So, hey guys, my name's Amy Farina. You might also know me as MC Unicorn.
When you say seasoned, I automatically think of salt and pepper, not the other meaning. So, Amy with salt and pepper. Anyway, look, welcome to another edition. We have much to talk about. It's a busy episode today, but of course, you will have just heard that we are, of course, in partnership, in collaboration with our good friends at Bye Bye Plastic, and it's a busy time for them. And I saw this on their website and I wanted to share it with you because you too can get involved. But listen to this fantastic line. We choose to pursue our actions from the music ecosystem because music is a universal language and knows no barriers. Furthermore, every music fan can help play a role with the foundation. We tackle every single stakeholder of the music ecosystem, starting with artists as influential figures in order to better reach events as well as music audiences. That's what we're about. Single-use plastics, eliminating them in electronic dance music. So next time you're considering a drink, consider what you're buying and how you're going to drink it. That's what it's all about. So Bye Bye Plastic and 10 Days in Dance, very much on the same song sheet. I think that's what you say. And we're very proud to be part of what they're doing and vice versa. So there you go. We are in it. And let's jump in. I get to do the first story this week, Amy, right?
Yep, you're up.
Well, it's a big one because the DJ Magazine Top 100 happened and we have a winner. David Guetta was always going to be number one. It was being held at Universe, remember? And the winner was meant to perform there. Good. I'm terrible at winking. Yes. You know what? Thoughts? That's all I can say. Thoughts?
Not surprising at all. What do we know about his performance?
Well, there have been lots of floods in Ibiza. And yeah, obviously, getting to and around the island when it's flooded, not ideal. But let's keep it positive and let's stay on the DJs. What I was pleased to see was lots of new entries. So that's my focus point. Let's just run through the top 10 because we should. So at number 10, it was Anima. Number 9, Charlotte DeWitt. At number 8, Afrojack. Then at 7, Fisher. 6, Timmy Trumpet. 5, Armin van Buuren. Dimitri Vegas like Mike at 4. With 3, Alok. 2, Garrix. And number 1, Guetta. So a good top 10. It's very traditional top 10, isn't it?
I'm glad Timmy Trumpet made it in there because I did vote for him as my number 1. You were my number 5, Adam.
Absolutely. I voted for myself at number 5 as well, but I didn't make it. So not to worry. Maybe next year. However, let's keep on the positives. The point I was happy with about this year's DJ Mag Top 100, because for me, that top 10's a bit static, and it has been for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I was quite astounded that John Summit hadn't made the top 10, I'll be honest. After the year he's had, I was quite surprised. He's in it, but not, I think he's like in the mid-30s or something like that. And also I thought James Hype had a major year. Yeah. He's in the top 100, but again, sort of way out the 25. I think, where is he? Let me have a look. Let me just quickly check.
And where's Tiesto and Hardwell?
Well, Tiesto is nicely placed usually, 21, and he's risen 2 places. And Hardwell
21.
Was a bit higher. Hardwell fell 4 places at number 15. So,
whoa.
To round up, this is why I'm happy about this year's DJ Mag Top 100, because of the new entries. So some of the new entries were Art Bat, Nico Marino, Miss Monique, Chris Dussy, I Hate Models, Chris Lake, and Marlon Hofstadt. So there's some really good new entries. Still really underrepresenting females in dance music, which is obviously a work in progress. Yeah, I also do find it hard when I see, I'm not going to name names, but we both work in this industry. And we both know who is and who isn't. So then to see someone who isn't above someone who is, always kind of, it belittles the system, if you know what I'm saying. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think a lot of these, and this is not a hot take, I think a lot of people feel this way. A lot of these things are popularity contests. They're not 100% based on talent, and it's the same thing with any kind of voting system. If you look at like American Idol or, those kind of shows as well, like the winner wasn't always the best singer, wasn't always the best performer, maybe not the best technical DJ, but it's the person who received the most votes. And now with social media, a lot of times it's these people with a huge following on social media get the highest bookings and get the top billings on lineup. So it's not necessarily just about pure talent.
One thing I do see is that times are changing. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave that story on that. Times are changing, and I think next year and the year after, I think we'll see a big shift in who is in the top 100. So I'm excited about that. But congratulations to everyone, and of course, congratulations to David Guetta for being once again the world's #1 DJ, according to DJ Magazine. There you go. Story number 1.
So my story number 1 actually is a perfect segue from your story. It's kind of similar kind of topic. So I want to talk about the celebrity DJ trend. So specifically, my first story is about T-Pain. So T-Pain made his dubstep debut at Lost Lands. Did you hear about this?
No, but I know T-Pain because he's the vocoder guy, right?
Yeah, the auto-tune guy. I actually really like him. I grew up in that era of like that kind of music in high school and like jamming out to those songs. So T-Pain shocked the electronic music world with his dubstep debut at Lost Lands Music Festival, delivering what many are calling one of the most unexpected and successful crossover performances in recent history. The Grammy award-winning artist, known for pioneering autotune and hip-hop, took the festival's creator stage for his first ever electronic set. "This is my first time doing a set," T-Pain told the crowd of bass music fans before dropping original dubstep tracks he'd been producing live on his Twitch streams. So this performance got immediate attention from DJ Diesel, who we know as Shaquille O'Neal, who's also kind of a celebrity DJ.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal's most famous for playing basketball. He became a DJ, and now he's like huge in the dubstep scene. This is not the first crossover, but yeah. So what do you think about T-Pain's performance at Lost Lands, and what do you think about celebrities becoming DJs? Snoop Dogg was another example. I mean, I don't need to list everybody, but there's been plenty. Paris Hilton as well.
Yeah. I met Paris. Lovely girl.
Really? You met her?
Yeah.
What is she like? I'm jealous.
Do you want to hear the story?
Yeah. Wait, I'm a big fan. I hope you're not going to ruin this for me. Go
Well,
ahead.
She came to Tomorrowland, and
Yes.
we interviewed
Yeah.
her. That moment afterwards, she was outside the studio with stuff everywhere. She's going, "Oh, I can't use Tractor. I can't. It's not going to work. I need some cables." I'm like, "Really?" So it was all being filmed. So I couldn't help think that was a little bit forced because she was about to play Tomorrowland and she was having a moment publicly that was unnecessary. So I thought that she was seeking attention.
Yeah.
So yes, look, she's obviously very astute, very savvy, and she knows what she's doing. No shade, but I just felt that, drama follows her whether she likes it or not. Sometimes it's self-created, maybe. But back to T-Pain. There's no Pain and Paris Hilton. That's not connected. I'm not making the connection between. Anyway, T-Pain. Really? I mean, Shaquille has done his thing. He's done his time. I'm all for doing due duty, and you have to go through the process, and you have to earn the right to DJ, for example. T-Pain, just because he's made a few tracks on Twitch and then wants to play them out and then suddenly he's closing down festivals. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I want you to do like 100 gigs before in a smaller venue to all of your fans. I mean, it's obviously hard because T-Pain's got a bigger following, but yeah, I'm T-Pain. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. That's what I'm going to say.
Also, Lost Lands is probably the biggest dubstep festival in the world, I want to say. I don't think there's one that's bigger than that. That's like just for bass music and dubstep. So that's a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there for this, but yeah, it's kind of like we were saying before with DJ Mag. It's like, it's almost kind of not fair. And that's kind of what I read online too. There's a lot of really talented British and American from all over, but mostly British and American because dubstep's mostly famous in those two places, who would die to like even play the opening set at Lost Lands. Like, that's such a big honor. Or even to go there, because it's in the middle of Ohio. It's expensive. You have to camp. It's a hike, So, and then like DJs just slide in and like celebrities just slide in and take a spot away from, like, maybe there's a kid who's been working for this their whole life and like playing in his garage or her garage, and
But let's flip this. We wouldn't be talking about it if he wasn't there.
You
wouldn't be.
Lands?
You wouldn't be saying, "Did you hear about DJ No Name?" Because they played Lost Lands.
No.
So the flip is Lost Lands have, obviously done a good deal, and now we're talking about it. So T-Pain's done his job, really, because it's a marketing stunt, right?
Yeah, and I think they needed this. There has been like some issues at that festival in the last couple years, so I think they needed a win, and yeah, this is a really big win. But yeah, the festival looks great. I can't picture myself going to a 3-day dubstep music festival. I don't love the genre that much, but I do love the dinosaur theme, and I did watch a lot of the live stream just because like the stages and the visuals are. You should look up, like, the visuals are really crazy, and you have the dinosaurs, and it's really cool. It looks like a really cool festival if that's the type of music that you're into.
3 days of being angry. Just
Yeah.
being aggressive and angry. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Okay, well, like, if you
yeah.
went, I'm sure it wasn't like that. I'm sure I had a great time. Fantastic. And that's story 2 on 10 Days in Dance. Don't forget, if you're not already following us on Instagram and on our YouTube, then please do. And obviously, you can listen to this wherever you listen to your podcasts. So if you are listening, hello. If you're watching, hello. Now, on to our next story, and this one is slightly self-indulgent, but I think it's allowed because right now it's happening. It's Tomorrowland Brazil time. We've been talking about it for an absolute age, but it's finally here, and I'm very excited. So we are officially on. It's Tomorrowland Brazil time, and there's a lot. There's so many DJs doing so many crazy travels. So let me just bring 2 DJs into play. Thursday, Vintage Culture is going to be in Ibiza doing Music On with Marco Carola, doing a back-to-back with Frankie Rizzardo. That's on Thursday night. Then he's flying to Brazil for day 1 of Tomorrowland Brazil the following day, so that's Friday. Then he's on the Freedom stage. Then he's performing the following day back-to-back with Anna at the Tomorrowland Brazil main stage. Then he's flying to the Universe closing party on Sunday. So that's Ibiza to Brazil, Ibiza.
Oh my God.
I didn't even look beyond that because it's just going to be insane. And congratulations to Vintage Culture. I think he was just outside the top 10 on the DJ Mag Top 100. But yeah, definitely doing the miles. And so back to Tomorrowland Brazil. I can share where I'm going to be playing because that's not been announced. There's a brand new little section called the Pulse Garden. I did suggest it sounded like an aisle on a vegan shop, the Pulse Garden.
I
However,
love that.
it's genuine, it's
That's
real.
really funny.
And it's called the Pulse Garden, and it's by Bybit. So I'm going to be there. It's meant to be quite immersive. It's brand new. I've not even seen it yet. I've not even seen the draft. So I'm going to arrive just like you and see it for the very first time. That's one new spot. It's not been announced yet. Probably shouldn't have said that right now, but we are doing anyway. So yes, come and join me on Saturday. I'm playing at the Pulse Garden at 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock. Really excited to share loads of new music with you. Before that, I've got a whole little mini tour, and it's called the Bora Tour, Amy. And can I tell you why?
Why?
Because I'm all about play. I love to play. So I said I wanted to call it the Let's Play Tour or just Let's Play, and we just reduced it down to play. So Bora, the tour is all about play. So I want you to come. I want to play. I want you to come and play. We're going to play together. And on the 4th of October, you can catch me at the 11 a.m. club. That's at 2 o'clock. That's in Pinheiros. I think I pronounced that hopefully correctly. All the details on our social media feeds, and I'll put them in our 10 Days in Dance feed as well. Then on Saturday, that's Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, I'm playing at a place called Magnolia. Really excited about that. Then Sunday at a place called Vicky Barcelona. All the details on my social feeds. And then we build up to Tomorrowland because it's the gathering. Now, I'll be at the gathering for One World Radio. Then I'm going to leave that site and head 2 hours in the opposite direction, still in Sao Paulo, to one of my favourite clubs in the district called Crema. I'm really excited to play. I've already played there. You can watch the video on YouTube. Really good. Looking forward to going back. And then, so imagine the gathering is like sort of midday until, I don't even know, 10 o'clock for me. Then at 10 o'clock, I'm going to jump in the car, get to Crema for midnight. Going to play 1 till 3. Then at 3, I'm going to leave, say goodbyes, probably get on the road for about 3:30, get back to Itu, Sao Paulo, about probably 5:30, grab a couple of hours sleep, and then it's day 1 of the festival. So it's pretty intense, pretty full on.
Oh my God.
And then we'll be at the festival all day 1, day 2, day 3. And then, yeah, it's crazy. So it's a busy Brazil schedule. I'm really excited about it. It's a mini tour. It's my first tour. So if you can come and watching this in Brazil, I would love to see you there. Just check out my dates on the social media, and I'll put them in the show notes and on 10 Days in Dance. So yes, Tomorrowland Brazil is upon us. Follow me on the radio, follow on One World Radio, follow me on the feeds, and I will share loads of stuff here, 10 Days in Dance, as much as I can behind the scenes. It's going to be busy, but I'll try my best. Okay, how's that?
Amazing. You should link up with our mutual friend, Victor. And like,
Do
are
you know
gonna
what?
hang
I'm
out with
staying
him?
at his house.
Oh, you are? Oh, tell him I said hi. Oh, I love.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying that's so funny. I was
Yeah,
just
no.
when you're talking, I'm like, oh my god, Victor is going to be at all of your events. Oh, well, you're staying.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah, no, I'm staying with
Okay.
Victor because we're good mates. So, yeah,
Okay.
he
Shout
runs
out to Victor.
he runs Sao Paulo, you know that. So yeah,
Yep.
we're going to actually share some content actually. So he's going to show me some bits of Sao Paulo I've never seen before, and I'm going to do some bits for his blog site as well, which is all very exciting. So if you don't already, go and follow Victor Flossie, and maybe he'll do some behind the scenes of me sleeping with my mouth open.
Shout out to him. We love him. He's a
Yeah.
friend of the podcast.
Awesome.
My second story is from Bye Bye Plastic. So, an NYC nightlife targets 42 tons of plastic waste. So, during Climate Week NYC this past September, Bye Bye Plastic Foundation launched a major initiative to eliminate single-use plastics from New York's nightlife industry. You guys know they are a partner of the podcast. We love to support them. And I'm from New York, so I just missed this. So, unfortunately, I wasn't there for this. But the Zero Plastic Club for NYC aims to cut 42 tons of plastic waste annually from the city's bars, clubs, and music venues. So this campaign needs 3,000 signatures by December 31st to move forward with the full rollout in 2026. The official launch took place in September, and it had about 100 people, 100 attendees, including partners, artists, grassroots activists, nightlife leaders. They had immersive installation. They had an awareness video. So yeah, this sounded like a really cool event. I wish I was there. I'm just looking at the press release here. Got a lot of coverage in Billboard magazine and Sustainability Online magazine. Congrats to them on this great event. They had a lot of performances as well. So I wish I was there for this. And thank you, Bye Bye Plastic, for everything that you do.
Do you know what? It's a great cause. And I think we're going to hear more things like this happening. So the industry's got a big responsibility. It's a growing industry. So with it comes greater responsibility. And I think that Bye Bye Plastic are perfectly positioned to support and align and reduce, essentially. So go sign the petition. You've got until the end of the year. It makes a difference. And, just listening to this, don't think, oh, I'll do it later. Go and do it now. Amy, do you know, where's the site? Where's the best place to go and sign the petition? Is it the hot link through Bye Bye Plastic's website, or should they go to Instagram?
Go to the website. Go to their website.
There you go. So
byebyeplastic.life.
That's the one. And sign a pledge and make a difference. Excellent. Bye Bye Plastic. We love you.
Yes.
Now, I'm in a quandary, Amy, because I've got lots of stories, and I don't use that word lightly, quandary. I know it's not a word that's often used in the English language.
So sophisticated.
Thank you. I'm so eloquent. Uncouth.
You are.
Anyway, enough
What's
of the
uncouth? What's that mean?
It just means I'm aloof. Oh, come on! I feel
aloof.
No, aloof is uncouth. So aloof is wayward. Uncouth is out of sorts and just being resistant. Being Shakespearean.
Word of the day.
Which one? Take your pick.
Cluth and quandary, and I'm not British, I'm not fancy, so I don't know all these words.
Okay, look, let's start with this. Let's simplify the English and bring
Please.
it down to base level, because that's where I really sit. Yeah, I've got a problem. I don't know what stories to say because there's lots. I know technically we should only have 5. I think you've got more than 5 this week, haven't you, as well?
I had 6 and I dropped 1. So I dropped a track release because I got a breaking story yesterday that I have to talk about. So that I had to do a swap.
Okay, so this is the thing. I know we need to talk about A.D.E collectively. So should we talk about A.D.E now?
That's my third story.
Yeah. So let's talk about it now, okay? Because obviously, after Tomorrowland Brazil, A.D.E, Amsterdam Dance Event, comes into plain sight. One of the biggest events in the dance music calendar, where all the DJs from all the world, actually, interesting conversation about that in a minute. All the DJs from all around the world come and gather in Amsterdam at their over 250 night spots in a week and do some amazing things. And I've got some of the highlights here. So Kiki, Anna, Christosi, Armin van Buren, Hannah Lang, Joris Vaughan have all been added to the lineup. So they'll be doing some talks. We've got Daft Punk's creative director, Cedric Hervé, joining because they've just signed off the Daft Punk experience in Fortnite. That's a story in itself.
So cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is one of my stories as well, I think.
Well, we're collectively sharing this story. So I'm just setting this up because I knew we were going to talk about it. And all I'm saying is that A.D.E is coming. There is plenty of time for you, if you're watching and listening to this, to come and be part of it. If you want to find me there, I'll be at the Tomorrowland Expo every day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, presenting a radio show live from there. So if you are on Kaisergracht, then there's a big building. You'll see the Tomorrowland flag. It's a bit of a history, a deep dive into the backstory of Tomorrowland and the reasons and the why and the hows. So it's really interesting. And you'll also see a live radio show taking place on One World Radio. Come and be part of it. So if you're watching, listening, come and be part of the Tomorrowland Expo as part of A.D.E. And obviously myself and Amy will be there. And we've been liaising. And Amy's been planning this since 2022. So it's going to be purely efficient. Amy, where do we pick up with this? Because I'm going to hand that story as my story over to you, which is kind of story 3.
Yeah, so you actually said what I was going to say, which was the press release, which was my story.
Yeah, you don't need that. You need to share. You need to share your pizza problems, your transportation problems, and the fact that you're getting invited to far too many events. That's the news. That's the real news story.
The news. So, okay, well, just so I'm covered for my work, Adam did announce the press release. He did announce that, so I did my part. Adam did that for me. So now I'm going to just talk about my personal AD stuff.
I love this. I love that disclaimer.
Press release, but you already did it, so thank you. Okay, now let's talk about me.
Yes,
all right, are you ready for this schedule? So I'm not going to say the times of things because I don't want people to stalk me, but I will say things in order, okay?
What day are you? Because obviously it's a week long. When do you arrive?
Okay, so I arrive Wednesday afternoon.
Okay,
I'm not going to say where I'm staying, but I'm arriving Wednesday afternoon. People, I have like weird people.
Room 407.
Yeah.
Like, no, don't do that.
I will be arriving in Amsterdam in the afternoon. I live an hour and a half away, so it doesn't really matter what time. I'm staying in Amsterdam, obviously. And then I'll be going to the Danik pizza party, like the Danik meet and greet. That's kind of in the city center. Then I'll be heading with you over to Avion at Paradiso. And then I'm going to Verknipt A.D.E, the big opening at AFAS. That's my Wednesday. So Danik, Avion, Verknipt.
You could do more than that.
Well, the Danik thing's from 5 to 8, Avion's from 9:30 to 11, and then Verknipt is from 10 to 8 a.m. I do have like an hour and a half between Danik and Avion, but because I can't eat pizza, I probably need to eat dinner in that time or have a drink. Do you think you do more things in that? That's 3 events.
Listen, you're going to do more than that. So that's Amy's plan. My plan, for example, is Wednesday arrive, do a radio show 4 hours, see what happens. So this is how me and Amy flip-flop, you see. She's like the yin and I'm the yang. She's the salt, I'm the pepper, that kind of thing. That's how we play out. All right, so that's Wednesday. So what's Thursday looking like? And by the way, Thursday, I'll be on the radio. So yeah, you'll know where I'm going to be for 4 hours. You can't miss me. Come and see me. So Amy, where are you going to be?
I should probably come and see you on the Thursday or the Friday. So I'll pencil that in. The morning afternoon meetings, and maybe come by the radio. And then I'm going to Wobble. I really want to go to Wobbles and Waffles. I really want to do this year more of like the small, intimate food events, like the raves and bakeries and stuff like that, because I always miss that. So Wobbles, and then I can like eat there too, so I don't have to do like a separate meal. So Wobbles and Waffles, and then Bye Bye Plastic has their event, the Recycle Rave. So I'll be going to that, and then I'm going to Revealed with Hardwell. Revealed presents Legacy Meets Destiny, and then I'm going to Awakenings. Adam Beyer presents Drum Code, and I'm supposed to go to the Snack and Rave with Hato, but I don't know where that is, and I don't know what time, and I don't know how that's gonna fit in with all those other things. So Hato, if you're listening, you can send me that information, and I or one of my team members will make it, but I don't know where that is.
I love that you're planning your A.D.E around food. Like,
I'm a hungry girl. I
don't even eat during A.D.E. There's no time. It's like just
really?
Go from one club to another, see
I'm
some
a hungry
people.
Girl.
Do you go to the Felix Meritis, like the hotel where it's kind of based out of?
Yeah, I do. So historically, I would attend like the full conference, like all the sessions and stuff. But now that I have a team of people, I have somebody attending the conference for me. So basically, my role is to put a roundup together of all the A.D.E events. So I have a whole team of people, and everybody's going to different things. We will probably overlap at some point, but everybody's going to give me their like snippets, and I'm going to put it into a big roundup. So I have somebody doing like the conference and the sessions. That train thing that I sent you this morning, I think I'm going to send somebody else there because there's no time. There's like a disco train. I feel like I'm gonna get nauseous. I like get nauseous on like moving. I don't know if that one's for me, so I passed that one along. But I will definitely take some meetings over by the Felix Meritis. There's a Joe and the Juice there that I like to get my. We talked about this with the spicy tuna avocado.
This is fascinating insight. I see this as work. This is me going to Amsterdam to work. And if I get to see as many people as possible, that's fantastic, not places. Because I'm lucky enough to have been in Amsterdam before, so I know it. And so for you, being an hour and a half, the last place I want to, if I were you, the only thing I would do is the things you can't usually do, which is go on a plane or go on a train or go on a boat where there's a DJ. So even if I was going to be sick, I would do that because those are the things. And this is what makes ADE so great, right? Because there's so many things that happen that don't usually happen in places that they don't usually happen. So Mike Williams was in a church like a few years ago. I think Heart Reveal did a party there as well. You know, there's pop-up hotels. You mentioned bakeries. You know, you're going to find it hard to eat in those bakeries when there's a rave on. So plan carefully. Don't rely on that food at that moment because I think it could get a bit messy. But yeah, look, if you are going to Amsterdam at a dance event, come and say hello. But make sure that you do as much as you can. And do the things that you can't usually do is my advice. Okay, so advice, Amy, from you. What would you do if it was ADE coming for the first time? What would you suggest for someone?
Pace yourself. Do not go really hard on the first. Speaking from experience, it is a marathon, not a sprint. For most people, it's from Wednesday to the Sunday. You might think, oh, Wednesday night, it ends at 8 a.m. Like, I'm having so much fun. But, like, go home at 5. Just leave at 5 a.m. Do not stay till 8 a.m. And then do not go directly from parties to the conference and then conference to the party. Just pace yourself.
Yeah, it's hard.
Make responsible choices. Eat something. Drink lots of water. For me, because I live here, Ferry Corsten did play in a tram during a Stay of Trance a couple years ago. I missed that. But yeah, I am really lucky because I live here. I don't feel the pressure to go to a lot of things because I can go whenever. I'm always here. However, with EDM House Network, I'm going to the things I think would best fit on the page and then also the things that I want to do. And then I get invited to everything. So I'm like, ooh, I just
Have you been invited to Amsterdam Tower? Because that's at the top there. That's a party. That's a great party. And I've got a story. You just mentioned Ferry. I just remembered my worst, and I've been going to Amsterdam Dance Event for ages now, like 10 years plus. But one nightmare scenario was, you have a small window to do an interview. So I went up, I arrived at Amsterdam Tower to interview Joris Vaughan at the top. Got to the top, battery's dead in the voice recorder. No way. Windows closing.
Hold it back down.
Quickly, so I just did the whole recording on my phone. Thankfully, it was long enough.
God.
So always, if you're a reporter, have voice note, not voice note. It's Wavelab. Wavelab saved me. Wavelab on your phone if you are recording stuff because it just uploaded straight to my Google Drive, and I was like, "Yes, mate, thank you very much." So yeah, be careful. Take spare batteries. Charge your stuff. Take battery packs. That's my other advice as well. It's exciting.
There's a wonderful restaurant at the top of the Amsterdam Tower called Madam that I really like. So I will make it to the tower. I don't know for what, if maybe even just to eat. For those coming to Amsterdam for the first...
Of course you're going to go there to eat.
It
sounds too bougie to me. It sounds posh, madame.
No,
yeah.
You're British. For you, it's probably like, no, it's not. I'm American, so for me, it's like classic. It's not posh. So the posh one is called Moon. So Amsterdam Tower has 3 restaurants. Moon is the really fancy one. It's like prefix menu, celebrity chef. I've never been there. It's too much. I can't afford it. The Madam one is like it's a nice restaurant, but it's affordable. You get the view of the city. And then on the bottom, you have the Butcher, which is a chain burger place, and there's like games there. But yeah, at the top of the Amsterdam Tower, you also have the Swing. So if you're coming to Amsterdam for the first time, schedule in a couple of like touristy things too. I'd recommend make like a trip out of it.
What about the Crane? There's a DJ set in a crane.
Or Jeroen is supposed to take us there.
Yeah,
There's a lot of DJ sets in the Crane. It's funny on my schedule. Do I have time to go to the Crane? That's like one of the things I might skip because friend of the podcast, Jeroen, is doing a bunch of things there. The Crane Hotel is something every day. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but yes, I do have to go there.
It's so good. So listen, there's so many things. We can't obviously list them all, but definitely check out. There's so many chats, so many future thinkers in the same place talking about our industry and how it looks in the future. That's exciting for me. I'm so I'm all ears for artists and the people behind the artists. So if you can get there, have a party, but actually take in some of the scene, take in some of the scenery, and just spread it. That's what it's all about, isn't it? So really excited. We'll see you there at Amsterdam Dance Event, and we'll probably talk about that again before we actually go.
Wait, I have 2 more days to quickly tell you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that was just like sorry for being rude.
No, like okay, I'll do this quick. Okay, Friday I have Transmission Presents 25 Years of Goriella, and then I have Elro, which I originally invited you to, but you can't come, so I gave the spot to somebody else. But you were my first pick.
Thank
for
you.
That.
I feel honored.
You're welcome. Next time. And then Saturday, there's this meditation experience. This is the thing about A.D.E. There's like yoga, art installations. There's a meditation experience, and I was thinking of like taking a nap there because I need to check out of my hotel at 1. That's the latest they'll let me check out, and I paid even extra for that. And then I don't have to be at AMF until 7:30. So I'm like, what do I want to do for that period of time? So I might go to this. I might go to the meditation experience and like meditate, and then eat something before eat.
That's when you should go to the crane. Go see Yarun at the crane. That's a window of opportunity,
yeah.
isn't it? That's a good window.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Oh, yeah, and I think they're staying at the hotel. So I'm like, can I take a quick nap in this
Exactly.
hotel? Oh, that's better. Yeah. That sounds good. So, and then a couple of placeholders. When am I going to Tomorrowland Expo? Do I have time to go to the crane? And when am I going to A State of Trance? Those are like my 3. So if you guys can help me out, fit those 3 things in my schedule. And Hato, the snack and rave, when is that? Am I going to that? So there's a lot of questions, but there's my schedule.
Okay, and are you there Sunday or not? I've never done Amsterdam Dance Event Sunday.
No, I personally don't like the Sunday. It's just
I'm exhausted, that's why.
Vibes. Yeah, it's so horrible. Yeah. There I have a memory from like 2018 of me walking around this event. It was called A.D.E Hangover, and I had like a cold cup of coffee, and I was cold, and I was just like, I never want to do this again. So I'm leaving. I always leave now immediately after AMF. It ends at 6 a.m, and I'll leave my luggage at one of the storage lockers by the station and hop on the train. I want to sleep in my own bed on Sunday. And then I need to immediately start working on the article to get it up and meet my turnaround time that I always do.
It feels odd that there's no DJ Mag Top 100 happening at Amsterdam Dance Event this year.
I know.
It feels like it's a big gap because that's usually like the crescendo moment, isn't it, on AMF where the DJs are announced. What do you think about that? Do you think it's a good switch?
No, I don't like, no, actually, no, because like what I kind of liked was, so when I did attend the conference for many years was like, you hear whispers, like you hear rumors, like I'm not going to say, and there were like leaks and stuff. I'm not going to say who, but like sometimes things would get leaked and you'd be like waiting to get your coffee before the conference. Be like, blah, blah, blah is number 35. It's confirmed. It's like, oh, because like the team finds out before everybody else, right? So you're like at the conference just getting your coffee and like you'll hear whispers. And I like that hype of like who, and now it's like, it's not as exciting. Nothing's as exciting as it used to be. I feel like that's so sad. But like, I don't know. I feel like back in the day it was like, oh, who's going to make it? Who's going to be what spot? And now, like you said, it's kind of predictable. It's not as exciting. That's really cool. It's in Ibiza, but I liked it as part of A.D.E. So I have to say I'm not a fan of the switch. How about yourself?
Well, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? Because we spoke about the universe as a location, as a space, as an entertainment space. So I don't disagree with that. And they've obviously, partnered because they want the exposure. But I'm all about that pre and post. And like you said, that pre during the A.D.E. is a great thing. And then afterwards, you've still got something to talk about, even though the event's not happening. Whereas now, when A.D.E. finishes, it finishes. And the conversation then is about who do I email and so on. But there's not a big conversation. There's not one focus point to then continue the conversation into the next thing, which is usually Halloween or, sort of those kind of parties and things like that. So, yeah, it's an interesting switch. I don't know how long the deal has been signed for, whether it's going to be there every year. Just feel a little bit exclusive. But then...
Yeah, because not everybody can... not everybody can go to Amsterdam, but really not everybody can go to Ibiza.
Absolutely,
like Amsterdam's way more accessible.
Yeah.
If you're in Belgium or in Germany, in France, or you live in the Netherlands, like Ibiza's not, and Ibiza is more expensive. It's harder to get to. Yeah. It's
Absolutely.
not as accessible.
But that's kind of, it feels like it actually defines the top 100, doesn't it? Because that itself is quite exclusive, really. Because you pay for it, right, to be in there. Let's be honest. Like, you either pay for the marketing and that gets you in there. That exclusivity is kind of like, maybe we need a new kind of countdown to represent the DJs, maybe. For another chat, another conversation. Okay, so is that an A.D.E. wrap now? Have we done A.D.E.? Is that completely... I'm lost on stories, by the way, but don't worry about it.
Yeah, that you stole my third story. I shared my schedule. I think we're all set. And like I said, if you guys can drop in the comments like some tips for me to like figure out my schedule, or if you know some information that I don't know, let me know. But I think we're all set for AD, and then you'll hear from us after. So we will do a full recap of our experience, and then we'll be posting throughout. I'm gonna post on our page, and yeah, all the I'll be filming the entire time. So
Yeah.
happy
And
to share all that.
I didn't steal. I set you up. Okay. I don't like the fact that I don't like the thought of me painting a picture of me stealing something from you. So can I just say that I set you up to talk about it? Is that all right?
Yeah. Well, you helped me out because
Thanks.
I had to talk about it, and you talked about it for me, so you did my job.
Okay. Well, look, we're on the same page, literally. So it's okay. You didn't mention A.D.E green though, and I did give you enough chances to talk about ethics, money, and music, but you didn't. So you failed at that task. If you read the press release, you'd know.
I even wrote oh yeah, A.D.E Green, music, money, and moral line. Wait,
Yeah. Wait. What?
I got the press release, and then I wrote my own article on EDM House Network, and then I was supposed to share this on the podcast. I think we covered it. Guys, just go to edmhousenetwork.com and read my article about it.
Yep, electronic music matters. Gather here. That was the tagline. I like that because that was kind of what we do. Electronic music gathers here. Join us. That's a good map. All right. Okay. So I don't know what story we're at, but I said I had too many. So I'm going to give the next story to somebody who we've never spoken about, but somebody who was in the DJ Mag top 10. Well, he wasn't. He was in the top 100. Excuse me. It's Fred again. Okay, so Fred again, I want to talk about Fred again because he's always pushing the elasticity of creativity, and that's why I love him. Some people think that it's all been a bit forced, his journey, and how it was always meant to be. He's super talented. So talent I always say the cream rises to the top. And whether you've done that by yourself or with a team, I think it's irrespective. The guy's absolutely talented beyond all belief, and lots of people want to work with him. However, he started, let's just talk about it. He started USB 002, and he revealed it on the side of his flat with a big flag, and that means you get 10 dates, you get 10 tracks, and you get 10 cities, 10 different parties. It started in Glasgow on October 3rd, which is sort of this week, depends when you're watching this now, and then from this day 4th till December the 5th, there'll be a party every Friday, so he himself can enjoy the build-up to the party, and then he wants to make music in that build-up as well, so you'll be hearing probably a new track each week minimum on top of all the other new music that he's got. So very excited. He's talked about collaborations. The first one is with High. It's called You're a Star. And he said that what makes USB 002 a special format is that he's designing 10 dream raves in 10 cities, giving himself 6 days each week to create, collaborate, and build a community before performing the results live on Friday. I love it. Fred again. Salute. Round of applause. Keep doing great things. And yes, big fan of Fred again.
Awesome. So my fourth story is a legal battle. So a little bit of drama here. Club Space co-owners fire back at Insomniac with explosive content. So I'm not sure if you guys heard about this one, but there's a legal battle going on between rave giant Insomniac and Miami's iconic Club Space. It's escalated dramatically with the club's minority owners filing a scathing countersuit that paints a completely different picture of their business relationship. So we have here two parties. So Club Space arguing instead that the company's only involvement in Club Space has been to collect profit. So the defendants are basically saying that Insomniac are passive investors who contribute little to the venue's success. So at the heart of this dispute is a $2.9 million withdrawal from a company account. So there's a lot going on here, but yeah, this is a big, we've talked a lot about Brooklyn Mirage and the legal issues happening. We talked about Elements Festival. So this is just another legal battle that highlights kind of the complex dynamics between major music promoters and local venue operators.
That's a lot of money, though.
Yeah, $2.9 million. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that profiteering? Is it? I mean, I don't know the facts and the in and outs, and I don't know who's. There's a lot of they said. The facts are. I don't know the facts, but it still sounds like it's harsh.
Yeah. Insomniac is saying that Club Space is trying to rewrite history for personal gain and for after selling a failing business. And yeah, there's a lot here. So we'll keep an eye on this. There's no court date set for the proceedings yet, but there's a lot of back and forth. So we'll just see what happens. I mean, Insomniac is a huge company in the US, actually globally, and Club Space is one of the most famous clubs in Miami. I've actually never been there. I was supposed to go after Hocus Pocus, and I didn't make it. Didn't make it there.
Well, look, let's go together sometime in the future because I would love to go,
Yeah.
definitely, if it's still there and it's not been closed because of legal wranglings. Short story is this week, well, we've got brand new music coming out. Let's be honest. I always got brand new music out. Myself and Luate have got a brand new EP coming on AIM Records out of Brazil. It's timely, so that's really good. Go and search that out. There's a 2-track EP. It will be available on Beatport, be able on Spotify, Deezer, all your streaming platforms. Go and search that out. A brand new EP. But behind that, I've also just signed a track that's coming out in December. Now, no one knows about this except the person that I sent it to and maybe 3 others. Obviously, the people that made it and the people that I sent it to for review. I'm not going to say exactly which label, but I sent it to the label head, the track. The track is with my good friend Victor and a good friend of this show, MC Stretch. So we made a collaboration. So AdamK, Victor, featuring MC Stretch. It's been signed because we sent it to the label head of that label who listened to it and said, yes, we'll sign it. That very rarely happens. Very, very happy about that because, that's all I'm going to say right now. It will be out before.
Congrats.
It'll be out before the end of the year. It's one of those goals that you kind of hope to achieve in your life as a producer. It was one of my target labels. So that's why it's quite exciting. I'll let you try and guess between the lines on which one that was, but I've always wanted to release on this label. So that's why I'm sharing this
God.
super ahead of time. I shouldn't really be saying this story right now, but I'm very excited about what is about to happen. And it's going not long to wait, which is even more exciting. So there you go. And obviously working with amazing people like Victor and MC Stretch. If you are coming to Tomorrowland Brazil, you will hear it there. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, congratulations. That's so exciting. Everybody
you.
go and check that out. Okay, so my 5th and final story today, you kind of also stole already, but I'm going to make it into a full story. It's about
I
Daft
set you
Punk.
up. I didn't steal. I set you up.
You set me up for this, and this deserves its own story. Let's be honest. So Daft Punk makes a virtual comeback with major Fortnite collaboration. So you know me, I love a good intersectionality between EDM and video games. We've talked about this many times. I come from the Dance Dance Revolution era. And I love the you're looking at me like you don't know what that is. Do you know Dance Dance Revolution?
No. Is that a dance computer game?
Oh my God. Yes.
Oh.
It's an arcade game where you have like the arrows and you step on the arrows.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
music.
Yeah, I was trying to picture it. I was like, yeah, that one.
So that was my whole childhood. I was raised in an arcade. I did that a lot. I actually still kind of play. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like that. And the songs were fast. It was a lot of like nightcore and like jump style and EDM and hands up and Eurodance. So anyway, this is not about the story, but that's my background. Okay, so the legendary French electronic music duo Daft Punk announced their return to the spotlight through an unexpected partnership with gaming giant Fortnite, making their first major collaboration since their 2021 breakup. So this is recent news. So Daft Punk is coming to Fortnite. I think Marshmello also did something in Fortnite. This is not the first DJ to do something in Fortnite. Yeah, this is going to be really cool. People can remix classic Daft Punk tracks using in-game tools. Additional attractions include the Round the World Hub featuring Lego music video creation tools. Oh, it's so cool. I can't get into Fortnite. I've tried. It's like too much for me, but this is really cool. There's a robot rock arena where players battle enemy robots using sound wave lasers. So, I mean, this goes on, but this is really cool. Oh, so Fortnite has had a lot of DJs. We talked about Marshmello, but Diplo, Steve Aoki, Deadmau5, and Dylan Francis. So that's really cool.
This pulls on my heartstrings. It hurts me because Daft Punk's IP is being used even though they don't technically exist. So always, and I'm sure if you're listening to this, I'm sure some place in your heart hopes there will be a reunion at some point where they do actually get together and the robots do reform. And it's even more relevant right now because Tron Ares is out this month.
Mm-hmm.
And Daft Punk obviously did the soundtrack to Legacy, which is like 2010 Tron.
Love that movie.
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? And I'm really excited about the new one. 9 Inch Nails have done the soundtrack to this one. So I'm just hoping that there's a guest appearance from Daft Punk in the film, just because I want that so much. And then here we are talking about Fortnite and Daft Punk. I'm like, then they must be building something. They're like, why would they do this? They opted out. They chose to opt out. It's like they divorced us, not the other way around. So do they want to get remarried? And if they do, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Like, I've still got the ring. I didn't throw it away.
I feel it's like still in the top drawer of like your bedside
I knew
table.
you'd come back. I knew you'd come back. One love.
I have a feeling like they'll come back next year or the year after at like Coachella or something, like, which is like off brand for them. But I feel like they're going to come back at some really big, it has to be something really huge, or the Sphere.
They don't need Coachella. They already did it, didn't they? And they don't need I don't think they need the Sphere as a venue.
Where would they come back? Where would you like to see them?
Well, for me, I think their stadium. I think they're the Wembley, like, like an Oasis tour. You go to the arenas, you go to the baseball grounds, you go to
like Madison Square Garden.
Madison's even maybe, it's not an arena. It's maybe too small indoors. I don't know, because like, if you think about their live tour and the triangle they had, anyway, this is all fancy talk. This is don't lead me down that path and get me all excited about something that's not going to happen. We are literally we're just gossiping. It's not going to happen. I wish it would, but it's not going to happen. But anyway, we can live. Their legacy lives on like that. Tron. Their legacy lives on through Minecraft, right? Is it Fortnite? It's
Fortnite, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy partnerships. Anyway, well done, Daft Punk. I will not be part of that because I don't play Fortnite like you. So shame.
I tried. I can't get in like that, and Minecraft and like those games are not. I don't know. I think I'm too old. Like,
hey, I'm being selfish.
Can't.
I'm being selfish. This is genuinely a really great idea because their music will live on through the next generation, and it's another platform to share their music without making new music. So you know what? It's a really, really great idea. I was thinking it from selfish point of view, and I want their music now. But you know what? Yeah, this will mean that we get to, like our children will come up, like we did, whether it's, I don't know who is your parents' influence music-wise?
They like classic rock, and then my dad likes reggaeton a lot. He's from Colombia. But yeah, they mostly listen to classic rock like Eagles, Queen, Meatloaf.
Prog rock.
My mom likes Rod Stewart and Barry Manilow, stuff like that.
And then your first record was Blue Baba D. I mean, how did that happen?
Isn't that wild? And same with my brother. Like my brother likes hardstyle too. He's gonna go see the Tweekas in a couple days in New York. Like Alex is like me. I mean, Alex likes a little bit more of a mix of genres because doesn't work in the scene. So, but yeah, isn't that weird? Did your parents like EDM?
No, it wasn't around then. They're far too old. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Mum. My dad was into prog rock as well. Like, all that kind of Todd Rundgren, Meatloaf, Eagles, Bread, Cream, all those kind of guitar bands, 70s prog rock. Yeah, my first record was the Rhythmics. So Dave Stewart, massive, massive inspiration to me, and Annie Lennox. So yeah, interesting, isn't it? But what I'm saying is that our children and people's children will be listening to Daft Punk, which means their legacy lives on, and that's only a positive thing, using platforms like Fortnite to connect. Whereas we would have maybe heard it through the radio or bought it, whether it be on a CD or a vinyl or whatever. Yeah, it's an interesting way of resharing the music. Very smart, very business savvy, smart moves. And if you're going to A.D.E, maybe you can ask their creative director about it because he'll be there.
Yeah, that's so cool. Good question to ask.
Is that 5 from you and 5 from me? Is that 10?
I think we did. So yeah, I think so. We kind of shared that 1/3 story, but I think we're all set. I think we've covered everything. We covered DJ Mag, A.D.E, like breaking news, new music, Tomorrowland, Brazil. Like that was a whirlwind of topics.
So there was also lots of conversation in there as well, and lots of accusations of me stealing stuff, which I'd just like to sort of confirm that I didn't steal a thing. We didn't even get to talk about John Summit and We Are Tomorrow documentary that's available on YouTube and through Amazon. So that's an interesting, go and watch that. It's a very good watch. And John Summit's story in amongst with the People of Tomorrow story. It's emotional, always is. It's been going for a few years now, but go and watch that. And I also didn't talk about future guests. We'll have to talk about that in the future, I guess, to this show. We've got people lined up and they'll all be here before the end of the year.
I forgot.
You see, it's that busy. You're too busy still with your head in A.D.E schedules. So I'll let you go back to that, Amy. And until next time, don't forget, go and sign the petition. Bye Bye Plastic. We're doing good things, eliminating single-use plastic. So get involved with that. We'll put the links in our podcast show notes, which you can read wherever you are listening. And if you're watching on YouTube, share it. subscribe and like our shorts as well, because they seem to be doing quite well. These singular stories tend to pop up on lots of people's feeds. So yes, thank you. See you in Brazil, if not before. See you at ADE. And Amy, I'll catch up with you on WhatsApp in a minute, and I'm going to talk about you accusing me of stealing stuff. Is that all right?
Yeah, sounds good. I'll see you at AD at Avion, if not before then.
Well, we'll definitely see you before then. All right, but from us, subscribe, like, and do all that good stuff. Thanks. This is 10 Days in Dance, and we're signing out. Until next time.